Yeah, hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for another iRacing video. Some more TCR today, and I'll tell you in advance, absolute carnage. 2 races of bedlam. So yeah, last couple of rounds the participation has dropped off a little bit in this series, sadly. So a few races have been cancelled and stuff like that, but heading into this one we're P7, you can see on the screen there. P7 in the standings, clinging on to that. Still sort of wanting to aim for top 5 if we can get it, but yeah, with a couple of missed rounds and dropped scores and stuff like that, it's turned into a bit of an intense fight to see if we can hold on to, or sort of claim towards a top 5, or whether we'll be clinging on for a top 10 instead. But we're at Montreal today, which is a brand new track for me. I was very kindly gifted the money to buy the track, otherwise I wasn't going to race this race either. Yeah, so it's been a bit of a quick learning experience to try and get up to speed around this brand new track here, but I think we're just about on pace. In the practice session just before the race, we were right up there with the guys at the top, but then made a mess of it in quali. In fact, we only just set a time with our very last run of the session, such like it's so easy to get the off tracks around here. I just kept invalidating my laps. So thankfully got it onto P6 right at the last gasp, otherwise we've been starting right at the back. So yeah, let's jump on in to the car, see how we get on. Alright, we're here, LOA TCR. Montreal.
We're putting plenty of fuel to finish the race.
Praying for a miracle. Oh, Jaden slow off the line. Oh. That all got a bit messy. Got to get out of the throttle as soon as I could. Oh god, that's a wall. There's one in the wall behind me as well. It's a very messy start. Need to avoid the slow down penalties. If we can do that, we might be in with a shot of a decent result. It's all about them slow downs. The boys in front have already gone. Gone. Hopefully that wall slap didn't do us any damage. Did some practicing earlier. It's the first laps I've driven on the track. I only bought the track today, but slapped the wall a fair few times. It didn't seem to affect the lap pace, so fingers crossed we got away with it again here. Changed my approach to braking in these cars now. Start of the season, or like when they were first released, it seemed to be quite beneficial to not hammer the brakes very much. Sort of like 50% braking all the time. But last week, especially at Barcelona, had a miserable showing. I just couldn't understand I was so far off the pace. I'm watching Patrick's POV of the race. Check out Simple Sim Guy on YouTube if you haven't already. He hammers the brakes to 100% every time, which is against everything that we've sort of always said on iRacing. Stay away from the ABS is what we've always sort of thought. And oh god.
Slow down. You got a penalty. We're cutting the cord. Left side. You knocked your wheels out of alignment.
Ah, wheels are out of alignment. We're just gonna have to try and plow on. 1 minute we're having a casual chat about life. Next minute, absolutely in the wars. That all got very messy. I don't even know what happened there. No idea who's running where in the order now either. Looks like Greening got away with it. They sort of seem to come across from about 14 lanes to use a oval turn. I think I was on the apex, not really sure, we'll have to have another look later on. Anyway, what was I banging on about? Braking. Yeah, Patrick's braking seems to hammer 100% all the time. So I've adjusted my my braking threshold. Oh no! That was the end of Patrick. And Chore. Freebies for the boys! Oh dear, it's not how you want to gain positions, but similarly having potentially just been taken out, I'm not going to say no to them. See if we can chase down Gareth. Still got so much of the race left. Alright, let's see what we can do for lap time. Oh god. 1 minute I'm cruising through turn 2 and the next minute I'm facing back towards turn 1. I thought these TCRs were meant to pull around from the front. What on earth happened there? That's bonkers. Oh, dearie me. Ettridge back out of the pits. $15 off traps before we get our first penalty, so I'll need to keep half an eye on that. Don't anticipate trying to use too many because most X's are associated with a slowdown as well, and that's not worth the risk. Thanks, beautiful. Alright, well we're trying to bump draft Gareth in practice. I think if we get the opportunity we'll just send it this time. I fancy me a sniff of P4. Want to make sure I get a good run though, not going to do him dirty.
I got slowed on.
Alright, Gareth gives it up. It sent me off track a wee bit there, but that's all good. It might have made him susceptible to Eric, in fact, as well there. Known Eric for... must be coming up a year now, to be fair, but It's the first time I managed to drag him into one of these league races with us. He wanted a safe place where he didn't lose SR and IR. Going door banging in the touring cars. Had quite the baptism of fire so far. Jaden looks to have got ahead of Greening. Wonder if Greening's got any damage from our small kiss. Whew.
You're back in fourth position.
I feel like I need to concentrate more now that sort of our race is kind of run really. We're not going to catch the guys in front, and I think we're just going to pull away from the guys behind, but don't want to let off the gas and make a mistake, you know. I feel like I'm concentrating more at this point than I have at any other point in the race. Point on offer for fastest lap, but can't see anyone other than Shane getting that out in front, if I'm honest. Would love to know what the front corner of this TCR looks like as well, after the wars it's been through. It always had potential to be messy at this track, obviously such a tight little street circuit. Oh, hell, we'll go to Long Beach in 2 weeks' time. I think it's 2 weeks. Road Atlanta next week. And then I think Long Beach the week after, memory serves. Interested to know what happened with the other crashes that we've come up on as well. Obviously we saw Patrick in pieces with Tour pulled over as well. Don't know how Ettridge, oh Jesus, ended up a lap down and in the pits. I feel like as we recovered from the runoff, there was 2 riskies just parked up. Presumably one was Ollie and one was Mike, because Green's still out towards the front. Talking about 100% braking earlier, and like the brake trace, I'm only hitting 50 there. What am I doing? Still got to hit the brakes even if I change the sensitivity of them. Yeah, there you go, hit the brakes. Brendan and Jaden ahead, still deep in battle. They're setting fastest laps last lap. I am falling off the pace, sadly. Oh god. Lucky. Very lucky. Don't need to be doing that either, don't need to be pushing. Just giving Ollie Ettridge behind something to watch, I guess. Very close to a wall. Green and drop back a little bit off Jaden now. Oh god, I was at the wrong part of the track in my mind. Not got many X's left to play with either. Definitely should just take 10% off, I think. I had half mine to try and go for that fastest lap, but I was still 4/10 down anyway, and the off tracks aren't worth it, so. Gareth doing well defending from Eric still. Eric a much higher rating than Gareth, but I think it's his first time driving the TCRs for Eric. A bit of a slow burner this first race then, it'll all get reignited next race with the reverse grid.
You got about 5 laps of fuel left.
Like 3 laps remaining potentially. Jules has got up to 12th as well. That makes him eligible for the reverse grid. Potentially. Random number between 6 and 12 is drawn out, and that's where we reverse from. So whoever's in P13 has got 0 chance of being in the draw and will start 13th for the next race, so it's worth fighting over that last place. I haven't seen where 12 and 13 are on the map, to be fair. It doesn't look like they're together. Oh god. I think I just started braking a little bit too late for turn 1 now. I think I'm using the wrong marker. Seem to get chunder steering past the apex. I can't blame the car or the tyres sadly, because every other corner's still the same. It's a problem in chair, not in car. A picnic. Also known as running out of talent, which we're pretty good at. Shane has absolutely run away with this, 10 seconds ahead of P2. Same as Barcelona race 1 to be fair. Dare say him and Patrick would have probably been 2 peas in a pod just running away at the front. Obviously don't know what happened with Patrick. Best mug. That was a much better line through there that time. No idea what braking marker I used though. So it was a different one and it was a much better one, but I don't know what it was. Classic. Probably 1.5 laps to go. Semi close to the off-track limit, but we should be fine. Mike has got back ahead of Jules in the battle for reverse grid eligibility. Yeah. I mean, it might draw number 6, you know, the whole thing might be in vain, but at least got to get yourself in with a chance to win it. P6 is kind of like the money seat because you're guaranteed to be a part of the draw at P6. Oh, I thought we weren't getting the white flag then. Bit of mini panic. So race pace is looking alright then, that's good to know heading into the next race. We can survive the carnage and we should be grand. Well, considering I was facing backwards at turn 2 on lap 2 or 3, was it? This hasn't been a bad run all in all. Only one position made back really, and that was on Gareth, who has now been passed by Eric behind. Just kiss a wall for good measure, tell it I'll see it again soon. Toasty in here. Like I'm on for my fastest lap at the last lap of the race as well. Nope, I'm gonna run out of talent on the final chicane. Alright, happy days. We'll take that. That feels like a podium to be fair. Top 5 is what it's out for. We'll take that. Have a look at the incidents. Well, I promised you at the start of the video it was going to be bedlam in this one. I'd say that first race certainly didn't disappoint. Those first few laps were just absolute chaos. Just looking back at that incident with Steve there going through sort of the turn 1, turn 2 double complex. Yeah, I think I was taken out basically, but I think I'm just also coming off the apex a little bit. He swipes across the track pretty aggressively, but yeah, it didn't get reported anyway. I didn't report it, but I think it was definitely a bit of a biff. I don't know why he was coming across the track like he did there, but then absolute pandemonium around the track around us there. If we just look at the blimp view, you'll see there's just cars flying everywhere. But yeah, so that was race 1. Managed to crawl up and get a few decent points out of it, at least get that P4 there. Heading into race 2, the reverse grid position that was drawn was P10, so that puts Graham onto pole and means that we're starting in 7th for this one. So yeah, almost the exact same starting position yet again. Let's see if we can again charge towards the front and hopefully see if we can beat our P4 this time. Let's jump on in. Alright, here we go for race 2 then. Reverse grid has put us, reverse grid draw. Oh, my sim. Thought Simhub wasn't going to load then. That would have been a disaster. Yeah, reverse grid was 10, P10. So that puts us P7 for the start of this one. There's a lot of door banging. I think we're 4 wide. That was probably always going to happen. Don't know who's on my right, but they're still there apparently. Oh.
Clear on the right.
Guess messenger's coming through there then.
Pick up the course. You've got to down, give up that time. Right side. Still there, hold your line. Clear, right side. Clear on the right. Right side. Clear on the right.
Oh, gotta love race 2. Maybe this will put us out of the carnage that's no doubt about to ensue. Or maybe they'll all play a little bit nicer this race. Soon find out.
Left side. We're on the right. 3 wide. Car on your left. 2 wide. Clear. Left side. Still there. Clear.
Need to get a tow from somewhere. Like I got no straight line speed. Quickly putting the brake bias back towards the front so we don't loop it. Shane pings off the wall and now he's on the grass.
Right side. Still there. Still there. Hold your line. You're on the left. 3 wide. Car right. 2 wide. Clear.
How do we come out of all of that last?
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Oh lordy. The racing's tight. Saw a slow risky pulled over ahead of us. Must have been a slowdown that's cleared already though. Don't get any advantage from it. Weird that we're getting 0x's on the back of Gilles ahead of us there. Not getting any sound or anything.
Right side. Clear on the right. Car on your left. Keep to the right. Stay on the right.
See who gets a draft and where from.
Still there. Hold your line.
Looks like we might just about be clear.
Clear on the left.
Garrett surprised me how early he braked, but probably just did what he had to do to survive the melee ahead of him. Well, double punch by risky this race then. I say that, to be fair, I've last few weeks I've had a horrible tendency of turning in when I've been on the outside.
Car on your left.
I'm kind of wiping myself out onto the grass, so that one with messenger I'll reserve judgment until I can get an outside look of it.
3 car ahead. Go right. Left side. You're on the right. 3 wide. Left side. 2 wide.
Oh, Garrett's been turned behind us.
Clear.
Still got Chris on my inside.
Keep to the right. Still there.
Oh! This is a war zone out here.
Stay on the right. Clear.
That should be a couple of slowdowns.
Clear on the left.
So we should get Jaden for 7th then. Last time I saw Ollie Ettridge, he was in 2nd. I wonder if it was him that got the slowdown.
Car on your left. Stay on the right. Clear.
Jaden cleared his slowdown well. Went super wide on the hairpin, gave him an epic run down the straight here.
Left side. Still there. Stay on the right.
Ah, give it back to him.
Car on your left. Still there, hold your line. Keep to the right. Clear, car on your left.
I was surprised and he kind of backed out of it, even though he was on the inside.
Clear on the left.
Didn't expect that to happen. I lifted early to let him keep the inside. I think I was looking up to get a slowdown there.
Car right. Clear on the right.
Again, we'll give it to him if he wants it. Not quite there though. Oh, that was nearly a wall. Sure, running away at the front. Got sent a little bit long in the braking zone. Only 0x is all good. Alright, looks like Jaden's happy to sit for a bit. See if we've got the pace to pull away. Doubt it. Alright, just feel like the car's come back to us a little bit better now. That won't help though.
Car stop on the left.
Oh no.
Steven, what the hell, man? What the like, dude?
Side. Still there, hold your line. You're in the middle, 3 wide. Clear, 2 wide. Clear.
Oh dear, there's been a mess. Jaden's defending from greening.
Why nobody wants to race this league anymore? Drive like shit.
Oh, I've got an off track there. That might have been fastest lap if I'd not have ballsed it at the end there.
You're in 4th position.
Echoing behind, that gives me all I need to run away. Ettridge is running away from me, to be fair. Jaden's got to slow down, that's probably not what I needed. Could have done with him keeping greening behind him. Didn't lose too much time though, so we'll still keep each other honest. Oh, I'm gonna not get fastest lap again. Too much sausage in the chicane. Graham's pipped the lead from Tour. To be honest, with all due respect, I did see that coming, Graham. It's a great result. Need to brake early for that corner, time and time again. Need to keep an eye on Shane's times as well, because if anyone's going to get fastest lap instead of me, it'll probably be him. I think a lot of other people are embroiled in little battles. Why couldn't I have that chicane last time? Very consciously braked early for that corner that time. Oh, it wasn't the best chicane. I'm gonna miss it again. Gonna be close. Oh, I think I missed it just.
Car on your left, clear, left side. Keep to the right. Clear. Left
Not
side.
sure if that was clean enough, so I'll let him back past. Don't like the fact it felt a bit like a bump and run. I think, to be honest, he was tracking wide anyway, but... "5 minutes of racing left." We missed the fastest lap by 4 thousandths. That's Graham all offline for that third chicane. Surely we've got to be able to capitalise on this.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Well, one of us does. Had to get out of the throttle and wait for him to gather it all up. I'm not going to be there. Got a decent run through the chicane. Oh, I don't know if we've got the overspeed though.
Car on. Clear.
Put him off enough. Oh god, I'm right on the cusp of getting the slowdown there. Toes a bit high and wide there, I'll follow him. Little kiss on the wall should be fine. Move the brake bias back a smidge more. Whoa!
Slow down. You got a penalty for cutting the course.
What on earth was that? That must have been equipment failure of some description, that was insane. Well, we were looking at a podium. Now we are
Car right.
very slow.
Still there. Hold your line. Clear on the right.
I'm not quite sure what happened there. Graham's still sitting on track, you can see him on the track map there. If this is white flag lap, we should be able to hold on. Oh, maybe not actually. Trying to invent new braking markers.
Flag, flag.
Ah, and that's the end of it.
Without stopping. Car on. Stay on the left. Clear on the right.
That's a really disappointing way for it to end. We were on for a podium there. We'd fought hard for it too.
Car on your left. Clear.
Got no pace left in the car and got a black flag to go with it. So we'll lose 30 seconds at the line. Yeah, that'll put us last. That will put us last. Really disappointing. There's some really good racing, to be fair. I've enjoyed that. Yeah. I can only imagine it was a hardware failure for Graham. I'll have to find out.
Clear.
Can't take the penalty on the last lap. Well, what a roller coaster. P8 plus penalty. Eric's quite close behind us, so P9. I think P10's a lap down potentially, so. Wow.
Great job. You did really well.
What an absolute turnout that was. Well, super sad for it to end that way, but some really, really good racing along the way. Graham messaged me after the race and yeah, confirmed just like a full like failure of his force feedback and everything. Just even looking back through the footage making this video, the crash still made me jump yet again. Like it just so violently just appears in the rear view mirror there, and obviously we'll get cleaned out. I think we might have been able to squeeze a P2 out of that, which would have been a really good result if we'd have managed it. But yeah, it is what it is. We did finish P9 in the end after the penalty was applied. So that puts us, well, it keeps us in P7, but Jaden's jumped above us, and I think it's Thomas Robin has now gone below us. So we gained one, lost one to equal a net gain of 0, but obviously a decent haul of points in the bag at least. So not really that far behind Jaden for 6th place there. Messenger's running away a little bit in P5 there. Looking back at that lap 1 incident with him as well, it was just a classic case. I did just absolutely turn in and took myself out there to get the slowdown, but actually that put me towards the back of the grid there and made a really kind of exciting race. It was just a lot of fun to be involved in that. So yeah, well, I don't think I'd change a single steering wheel input in that race. That was a lot of fun. Hopefully more like that to come along the way. That's going to be everything for this one, so you know the drill. If you enjoyed it, give it a like. If you didn't enjoy it, give it a dislike. Drop us a comment and let us know why, either way. Subscribe if you're new here and not done that already. But other than that, take it easy and look after yourself, and I will catch you in the next one.